I'd like to call the Board of Library Trustees meeting January 26, 2021 to order at 6:51 p.m. So did everyone have a chance to review the minutes?
Yes.
I'm assuming everyone did.
Yes.
Okay. I'd like someone to make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll move that the meeting minutes of, looking for the date, be approved as presented. December 15th, 2020. Be approved as written.
And could somebody second it?
I'll second it.
it.
Okay, thank you. Was there any discussion? Okay, so I'd just like to call everyone to vote yes or no to accept the minutes.
Yes,
Linda,
Diana.
yes.
Everyone? Okay, unanimous. Okay, I'm just writing this down for Pam.
I think you have to do a roll call when you're on a Zoom meeting.
We have done those, yes, Teresa. Okay,
I don't care.
right, I'll call you first, Teresa.
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Diana,
Yes,
John,
Yes,
myself, Corinne, yes. So unanimous.
Okay. So director's report. Statistics, nothing really notable to report as compared to recent months, kind of the same thing, pattern that we've been seeing. But if anybody has any questions about any of the statistics, let me know. Financial, the only thing to mention, I think we had somebody mentioned this briefly before, that the utility costs were low, and they are still fairly low. I think that's mostly due to we've had a fairly mild winter, and also the fact that the senior center hasn't been running at full operation, as well as the library. We've saved on things like water use and electricity and that kind of thing. So I think that's why they're remain low. Any other questions about budget numbers? Yeah.
No, I just wanted to make the comment that I thought we had a good December, given the situation we're in.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty good in the, I'll say more when you talk about programming.
Okay. Yeah, for programming, I think we had a great December. Like you said, we had 2 paint classes with Allison Andrews. Those are always really popular. Take and make an advent calendar and a holiday storytime craft. Self-help, usually we used to come every month and do music and movement, but now obviously they're doing stuff online. So they gave and doing take and make crafts. So they actually gave us literacy bags that we could give out to kids. So we had 28 kids participate with that. And then we had Sing, Explore, Create as a group in Rockland, and they did a holiday music story time on December 14th. So total participation for December was 152, which I think is great, especially with the holidays. I'm sorry, what?
Bags, is that something that we can add to? Or once we go back to normal schedule, I'm assuming that we won't be doing literacy bags because they'll be coming into the library.
Well, these, I think my assumption was that I think they got a grant to purchase kits and like give them to kids. So that's what it was.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
For January, we started teen book boxes. They actually were like sold out. Those were really popular. So we're doing again February. It's a monthly thing. I don't know if you saw also that we are trying to do the In the Middle Book Club, which is sponsored by Gret Lozo Funds. I figured we could kind of try to start that up again, do it through Zoom. So we're going to try to do that as a monthly thing as well until we can get back to having it in person again. We're doing 2 take and make crafts as well in January. And then we had 3 sessions of an online wellness group for teens, which did pretty well. So any questions about programming?
about how many teen boxes did you do?
I think it was between 10 and 15 was the max.
That's wonderful. That's
Oh yeah, they
wonderful.
were all
Great.
taken.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
On the make and take crafts, I think the mugs might be starting to be available soon. Do you know how many mugs you have available?
I think we were gonna do like 25 maybe, I want to say.
It seems like those might be very popular. If
Mhm.
there's a
I
big
think those
demand,
we
are you
can-
able to order additional ones?
Yeah, I think, yeah, we can do
Oh,
that.
okay, just curious. They seem very popular.
Mhm.
Very, yeah. How difficult are they to put the packs to put together? Because they do seem very popular and a great option for these days.
It's not too difficult. I mean, we just have to go purchase the supplies or order them. And then, you know, it depends on what the craft is, but something like that is pretty simple. So
Okay.
you can expand it if needed.
Are you using the cry cut for some of them?
I don't know if we've done, I don't think we've done that. No, not yet,
Okay.
but that's definitely an option. We could definitely see if something in the future using that.
Just interested. Okay, thank you.
Just a brief update on the phones. So we actually have to wait for some work to be done at the police station before, because it's eventually going to be tied into that. So we have to wait for that to be finished. And actually, they did start working on it in early January. So I'm hoping that we'll have their new phones in February sometime.
Great.
And then just a thing about the website update. Just a few minor glitches, but it's pretty much, you know, went pretty smoothly. So that's up and running, the new design. So really no major issues with that.
Great.
Any questions?
Fine, thank you.
Moving on to just an update from during COVID library services. So as you know, we closed on December 28th and switched to curbside only and pick up in the lobby. And we had 347 pickups in December. And because we were open part of the time in December, we had 188 appointments. And that's a total of 535 patrons served. We decided that to put some plexiglass between the children's and reference desks. The desks are very close, and with the numbers changing, because, you know, since we closed after the holidays with the numbers going up, we figured it was safer to have the plexiglass put in. So we had that installed. And then, you know, I'm continually monitoring the numbers and the situation in the area, just kind of see. I'm hoping that maybe sometime in February we can go back to appointments. But I'm going to, you know, continue to monitor the situation in the area. Any questions on that?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Moving on to hotspots. We kind of had talked about you know, possibly purchasing more hotspots. Right now we have 2, and they check out for a week. We haven't had. They've been used pretty good. We haven't had you know, any really waiting lists that I am aware of. A couple times there's been one available and another one's been checked out. A couple times have been both checked out, but you know, I thought we could kind of talk a little bit about how, if we wanted to purchase more, how we would fund that, because it is an ongoing expense. So they cost $31.50 a month for each one, which is about, I think it was like $200 or $300 a year. I did call the school this morning and ask them, they are aware that we have them available, but I'm going to be sending them a like an ad that they can send to the schools and send out to the parents, and kind of promote them a little bit more to let more people know that they're there, and we can see if the demand increases. But I know some of you would want to talk about if we had any, you know, ways to fund more if we needed to purchase more. I don't know if anybody else wanted to chime in with.
I'd like to assess the need a little more before we decide to provide additional funding. Right now, it seems what we have is adequate. After an email goes out to the schools, that may change.
Yeah, I would agree with Linda. See what they have to say. I'm under the assumption that all of the children got Chromebooks. Is that correct? Can anyone confirm that? Yes, Teresa?
Yes, they did.
Okay, all right. And it's just that some may not have Wi-Fi access. Okay.
Correct.
All
How
right.
have the kids without Wi-Fi access been coping with virtual learning?
I don't know, maybe some of them have shown up in the library parking lot, or I wouldn't be surprised if some just go to a friend's house.
Well,
They
the
did-
school provided the technology. I'd like to hear what they're doing about providing access to those without access.
What the woman I spoke to at the school this morning, she said that Comcast is offering, I guess, like a discounted deal to families for internet access. So if there is somebody like financially not able to afford the full cost, they do have some program available. But I'm not sure what the details besides that are. So
Does the school have any hotspots?
they don't know. Like I said, they said they were aware that we had a couple, but I asked, they said they don't have a program, but they mentioned the Comcast, which I just mentioned.
Right, and can you pull up to the school and connect to the Wi-Fi? Would the student be able to do that?
I'm not sure. I don't know if
Okay.
anybody knows. But I thought, yeah, too, that it would be good if we could send out this thing to the schools and then see if we get any more demand for
Right,
them.
no, I think that's a great idea. Yeah, and
Okay.
then if there is a big demand, then we can address it. If it's really status quo, we're good for now.
Yeah. Okay, so we can kind of let it go maybe another few months to see
Oh, sure.
if we have the demand increase.
Okay.
And we did put the thing in the paper in the Hanson Express as well,
Mhm.
an update, and it has a thing about the hotspots in there. So hopefully people will see that as well.
All right.
Teresa posted it to the foundation Facebook page too, so that's
Okay, good.
Well, thanks for making the call, Karen. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes.
I don't know if Pam is here. I don't know if she wanted to mention anything either.
No, that's fine. I mean, I don't know. I don't think the kids can pull up to the, well, I know the middle school, they have like no, the Wi-Fi is horrible. Even in Erin's classroom, it's in and out all day. I don't know about the high school if the kids can pull in there. I don't know.
I want to say it, I thought it was secure. And
Yeah.
I didn't think it was just
Yeah.
wide open.
I think you're right, Diana. I think it is secure.
Okay. All right, so we'll try to get that out to the schools this week and see what, where things go with that.
Do we want to put any plan in place if after the email goes out about the hotspots to the parents? If you had a huge demand, do we want to give Karen the ability to take action without waiting a whole month?
I think I'd like to assess what they have to say, what they come back with.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that like right now we probably could afford at least one more. But like I said, since it's the ongoing cost, I'd really like to have something in place to, if, like I said, if we do need to have more, that we would have some plan going forward.
Okay, how much of the funds from 2020 do you have left that the foundation had awarded you? Would there be any funds left that you could use for that?
We could, yeah, I think there's probably some that we could use to purchase one more.
Okay. All right.
One thing, as the situation improves, and I'm hopeful for that, we might not be looking at funding hotspots for a whole year too. We could keep that in mind a little bit. But
Right.
if anyone could investigate a little more about internet options for students, if the low-cost Wi-Fi is the only option, if they don't have regular Wi-Fi at home, that would be good to find out. It seems the school must be providing something.
Okay.
About the, I would think the tech department could answer those questions. Am I correct in saying that? Yes, no?
I don't know. I mean, I know with the budgets and stuff, they were having a hard time just trying to get the Chromebooks. I think they have to kind of leave the Wi-Fi availability up to the parents and the families. I think the school is pretty limited. I don't think they can really do too much about that.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. I don't know.
I'll
And I'm sure that Comcast has been working with families on individual basis based on
Right.
need as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we're almost a year into this at this point
Yeah.
for these kids being home. So,
I'll try to, what, does anyone know the tech person who's in charge? I don't,
no,
anyone in school. Well, I'll call and find out.
Isn't his last name Sanders?
I have
no, he does with the groundskeeping and stuff. Ernie Sandlin is who you're thinking
Okay,
of.
that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Yep.
Maybe head of operations.
Yep, I'll call
Yeah.
the school and get the information.
All right. See, moving on to a recap of wage and personnel board meetings. So I went virtually to the wage and personnel board meeting. You'd voted the previous meeting of our meeting to request changes regarding library positions. And it was a brief meeting. It went well. I'd written up a letter to them explaining what we wanted, and they were comfortable with all the changes that we requested. There was only one slight change. I'd originally wanted to put in a starting salary for reference and youth services librarian is $23 an hour, but we had to put it down to 22 because 23 was based on our FY22 budget being approved as is, which is an uncertainty now. So, but 22 will make it so that we don't have to change any salaries in case that's not possible. So, so they approved the 22 to 31 instead of 23 to 31. But and everything else, they were, like I said, they were comfortable with that. So, so that went well. That's all I have for that. So, are there any questions about any of that? And then we can move on to, I don't know, Corrine, if you had any updates for Selectmen's meeting or.
I don't. I wasn't able to watch the selectmen's meeting. And every
Yeah, I
time-
tried to log on and it wasn't, they didn't have it live.
Right. Tonight's meeting is by conference call, so I guess if you didn't ask them ahead of time or which I wouldn't be able to do, but the January, what night was the wage and personnel? The 5th?
The 12th.
The 12th.
January 12th. Yeah.
Okay, so the last selectmen's meeting, I went to YouTube today because I thought, well, I should be able to get it there, but the last one they have up there is for December 15th. So I mentioned it to Carol, so we'll see if the past meeting shows up. She has said they have not, connected with cable. So they're probably doing it through GoToMeeting. And right now it's a conference call. And I believe there was another one, and it could have been last time that was a conference call as well. Every time I turn on the TV, you see if it's coming on, all I see is us all the time. TV is constantly repeated. So, they don't have anything. So, but, and the minutes aren't posted yet. So they would be posted probably within the next week from the last meeting. So then I can read those. As far as Plymouth County Hospital, I talked with Matt today through text, and he'll let me know the next time they have a meeting, which he has been doing right along. And nothing on the Laquan reuse.
I think they extended the date for the RFP they had.
To the
For that,
31st, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the date is, but I know they extended it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
So, yep, so that's all I have.
Okay. Any foundation updates, Linda?
Am I on mute? The annual meeting is next Tuesday, February 2nd at 6:45. I hope you'll be able to attend. And the annual report is coming along nicely. Various directors and key personnel submitting reports, and the annual report is coming together as well as the budget. I think that's all for today.
Okay.
Any questions?
I don't have any.
Yes, Linda, did you say the annual meeting for the foundation is next Tuesday?
Right, at 6:45. Karen will be setting up a Zoom meeting and I'll send out the link.
Yeah, I'll do that this week.
Okay, thank you, Karen.
No Italian pastries this year.
Jen's been doing a good job keeping up with thank you notes for donations. And she's also working on.
Sorry, the annual meeting is on the first Tuesday of the month?
Yes, every year it's the first Tuesday of the month.
Okay.
Of
Is there
February.
going to be another meeting the next week?
I don't think we have one scheduled other than that,
Okay.
February 2nd,
Generally once a month,
right?
except for summertime. Unless we have something going on.
But, okay. So the annual meeting's taking place of the regular monthly meeting?
Yes.
And then Corinne, I was just looking at the Whitman Hanson faculty directory. They don't have a specific person designated that would be the
I'll
person,
reach out to a school committee member. That's where I'm gonna go.
or just call the superintendent. His number's there.
Oh, that's right.
Do you want me to give it to you since I'm looking at it?
Yeah, great.
781 18
788-618.
618 7412.
Okay, I'll take care of that
That's
tomorrow.
Simonex, Jeff Simonex number.
I get him.
Okay, is there anything else, Linda?
No, that's all I have for the foundation.
Just some couple reminders. So our next meeting will be February 23rd at 6:45. And then I wanted to remind you about the ethics. I don't know if you all got my email about the ethics forms. So I need the acknowledgement and you have to take the assessment and give me the certificate. So I need those two documents. It's a thing that the state requires every 2 years. We have to do this.
Karen, I already took it last year for the other things that I'm on. And I didn't have to do it again this year for the housing. Do I have to do it again for the library if I took it last year?
I'm not sure. I can check with the clerk's office and see. So
She told me I didn't need to do it. Yeah, I did it last year, which I think covers me for all of the elected stuff.
Okay.
But if you want me to do it again, I can.
Okay, I'll check with them. I'm not sure how that works and let you know.
Okay, thanks.
But if you guys could if anybody hasn't done it yet, if you could get it to me by February 9th, that'd be great. So, and if you need any, paper copies, I can, you can stop by and pick them up. So that's all I have. It's a short meeting tonight. So anything else? Or?
We don't have anything else? I'll make a motion to adjourn January 26, 2021 trustees meeting at 7:15 p.m.
Second.
All in favor? Teresa? Linda?
Yes.
Diana?
Yes.
Pam?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Myself, aye. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.